Today's transmission will help you see your codependent habits and thought patterns more and more. I'm Tina Rose, energy healer, intuitive, and soul whisperer. Stick with me here for a short discussion about this phenomenon and something I call an epidemic of most societies: codependency, people pleasing. And you don't even realize that you are doing this. You have been so conditioned from an early age to behave this way. For example, you would, as a child, a 5-year old, say something just in general response, your truth, and your mother would say, "Tina, don't say that. That's not nice." And I mean, that automatically, repeatedly being told that over and over, most of your childhood or early on, the formative years up to age 7, at least, because at that point you've been told so many times, don't say anything like that, just be nice, that you have been conditioned by age 7 to watch everything you say and to take care of the other person's feelings. In so many cases, many of us have been trained, conditioned to ignore our own feelings. In my example, I would say my case was extreme. From infancy, I was trained to ignore my own feelings, to take care of the people around me, especially my mom, to take care of her feelings. And this was all that I knew. It was the only way I knew how to be. By the time I got to my 50s, I had completely lost myself and everyone else, not just my family and my friends. I was codependent on everyone, a stranger, people I work with. That's the only way I knew how to be. In my mid 20s, I was told about a book about codependency. Obviously, this person that I work with saw it in me. And that was when I read that book and I knew right away that yes, I am definitely codependent. So, fast forward 30 years, all those decades, at least 3.5 decades, I worked on not being codependent anymore. But there were so many deeply hidden tendencies that I didn't recognize. I didn't even know how to set my own boundaries. I didn't know how to feel my feelings. So but in the last 5 years especially, I have been doing very deep work to heal this. And I've come out on the other side of it. I'm not completely healed. I'll probably be healing the rest of this lifetime. But I have come out on the other side of it. And I want to help people through my experience, other people who may experience the same thing, hopefully not as severe, but anything that is holding you back from your true essence and living your full life is extreme. It's important. Healing is not easy, but it is the most important thing you'll ever do. It is the most important thing for you. So, we're going to go into this energy transmission, and I encourage you to stay after the transmission. It's going to be short, maybe 5 minutes. That's all we need, even less, as far as the source energy, the healing energy that comes through. It doesn't need a lot of time because it's powerful. But after the transmission, stay tuned. I want to give you some tips about how to handle, ways that will help you handle the healing, the emotions that are going to come up, these old emotions that you never processed at a younger age, or even as a young adult, or even now. You keep pushing it down because you're thinking, oh, I need to take care of this other people's these other people's feelings first. We keep pushing those emotions down and we don't look at them, and they don't go away. They're stored in the body. So, after this energy transmission today, you will begin, and it will be slow, but you will begin to open up some old deep wounds, emotions that are ready to be healed, that you are ready to heal. And I want to give you some tips on good ways to help you move through those. You don't want to continue to go around them. That's what you've been doing your whole life, going around these deep emotions, these deep wounds that you were trained to bury and not look at. Well, now you're going to begin to look at them, because that is the only way you can truly be free. And I want you to be free, because free is happy. That's true happiness. So let's get into the energy transmission, and stay tuned afterward as I give you some tips for how to move through these healings that are going to come up. So go ahead and get into a relaxed position and say 3 times to yourself, I am open to receive. And affirm it strongly. I am open to receive. Have your water. If you don't have any right by you, start drinking some right after this transmission, or after the video is finished, and we begin. Do some deep breathing if that helps you to relax and be open to receive. Breathe into your belly, and then a long and slow breath out. this signals the end of the healing transmission. I'm going to give you a little more time to integrate the energies, and then we can quickly discuss the tips for healing and moving through the emotions that will come up. Friend, I am back after the energy transmission. I was having some technical difficulties. This is the third recording that I'm doing to add the tips to this video. So yeah, I might have a car or two that rides by. I think I've got one coming now. I had to come outside. It wasn't working for my computer. Alright, so the tips begin with being aware. The biggest thing that you can do at this point after the energy transmission is to be aware. If you are a meditator, meditate a couple times a day at least, 10-15 minutes, because meditation helps to put you in that aware state more often. It helps you to be able to drop into the awareness more often than not when you meditate. If not, if you are practiced already in keeping a quiet mind, great. It's just that when the healing opportunity rises, your biggest tip is to be aware that that's what it is, because the emotional pain is going to feel real. It's going to feel like it's something that has just now happened to you, and the emotional pain is going to start to come up. I mean, you can do the ugly cry, let it out. Tears are a stress release. They are good for you. And so just be aware that what is happening is your opportunity to heal. And if you pray, then say a prayer. If you don't pray, just affirm and ask your inner wisdom, help me to move through this healing opportunity in such a way. If I need to look at it, help me to look at it and move through it then, so I can give it to you to be transmuted into love and light. And that is your affirmation. That is your prayer. So step number one, or tip number one, is to be aware that what is going on is a healing opportunity. During Reiki training, I was told that it was called a healing crisis. It can feel like a crisis because it is emotional pain, but I like to call it a healing opportunity. That's what it is. All of our challenges are opportunities to grow and expand more into our highest potential. Step number one, be aware. Tip number two, I would say take an Epsom salt bath. Epsom salt bath. If you don't have any Epsom salt, go out and buy some as soon as you get a chance to have it on hand and ready when you do have a healing opportunity. I have Epsom salt that already has the lavender essential oil in it, so it smells really good. I recommend to use a full cup of Epsom salt in a full bath of water, warm water, and I like to stay in there 15-20 minutes, and it will really help. It makes a difference. It not only helps you physically with the muscle aches and whatnot, but it helps you to release energies that you no longer need. It helps you with that release. And the water goes places that a lot of times we're afraid to go. So that's tip number 2, Epsom salt bath. Go out in nature, tip number 3. If you can't get out in nature, then look at some nature scenes on the computer or on your phone and just relax into it. Nature is a reflection of love, and we are love. And it just helps us. It takes you into that peace and that calm. If you're in nature, then try to walk barefoot on the grass and ask Mother Earth, anchor me to your back so I can stay grounded. Help me stay grounded. If you have crystals, I like to use rose quartz in these situations. I have a big old piece that a little bit bigger than the palm of my hand, but it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what size the crystal is, and it can be any crystal that you resonate with that helps you calm and be peaceful in these type situations. Use that. Essential oil by itself, I like to put a drop or 2 in the palm of my hand and heat it up, rub it together, rub it on my wrist, and then sniff it. And that's the aromatherapy. It really is a healing property. So those are the 4 tips that I have for you, if I'm counting correctly. And we got this. You can do this. Your happiness is important. And this is all of it. The healing opportunities is self-care for you. You are taking care of you. And good luck. You can do this. It's important for your freedom. Follow the path of your heart to create love and freedom for yourself. Blessed be.